Just arrived to the site of gorgeous vineyards. And here is my hotel. The reception area of the auberge. I'm just about to go and check out the exhibition now. Louise Bourgeois made a lot of spider. It was like a series of artwork because it's a reference, an homage to his own mother. So why a spider? To speak about his own mother, because his mother worked with the string as the spider worked with the string to do the web. And also in the mind of Louise Bourgeois, the spider is a symbolic of protection. For example, she eats some mosquito, and the mom is a symbolic of protection with the child, for example. It's the whole idea. In that one, so it's crouching spider, and she is pregnant. She got babies in the belly. As you can see, the belly is big. And Louise Bourgeois decided to use bronze, so you can see the movement of the leg, and so you can see that spider is ready to jump to protect the baby to a bird or something. So it's the whole stories of the protecting mother. And also you need to know that Louise Bourgeois was a very, very, very close friend with the owner. So he decided to put that artwork here. So it's like one of the first you can see when you entered on the domain, like a reference, an homage to his dead friend, because Louise Bourgeois is dead. Made by Prune Nourry, a French artist. She took a picture of a close friend when she was pregnant in a bath of milk, because with the milk you don't see everything of the body, you know. After the auberge, we got an earth, and the earth collecting the mood, and with the mood we did bricks of clay. So the majority of the artwork is made by bricks of clay. At the beginning, the artwork was supposed to be white. As you can tell, it isn't the case, because during the construction of the artwork, we got near the fire, near the chateau, a fire, and she collected the ashes of the fire and put the ashes on the artwork. So the black part, the dark part are ashes. It's the idea. Ashes of the fire. Yeah, it is like the idea of born, reborn, like a phoenix. You know, you can go inside of it, between the leg, and what you can see inside is the roof, the roots, like the roots of a tree, and it's the idea of Mother Earth, because in his mind, Mother Earth look like that. She loved to value femininity. For example, I don't know if you know about the Chinese army in terracotta. She did the same, but with orphan women. She loved to value femininity in all the prism of femininity. If you want to try, you can. So it's dropped by Tom Shannon. Tom Shannon at the beginning was an engineer. For example, he invented the first touching screen. The idea with drop is to do an homage to the three most important things for the domain Chateau La Coste: artwork, human, and nature. Because on your left you got the oldest tree of the tour, the oak, and so On drop, you got the reflection of that oak. For the fun fact with drop, we don't know how she's working, because Tom Shannon made a contract with Chateau La Coste, saying he didn't want to tell us how drop is working. So if one day drop is broken, we need to call Tom Shannon and his teammate, because we don't know. Hopefully it's never happened. So.
Richard Serra?
Yeah. To give you an idea, it's quite small for a Richard Serra artwork. In the Guggenheim Museum in Spain, she did so much art, big artwork, that the museum needed to be constructed on the artwork. Yeah. It's a full rectangle, so what you don't see about the rectangle is into the ground. Cotton steel with acid, so acid gives the grey part of the artwork, and the idea is to be like a paint. So the rectangle is like the background of the paint, and after the bushes, the tree is the painting. It is like the idea. So you stop because the artwork is big, and then if you look at the artwork, you will take a look at the nature who surrounded the artwork. It is the idea.
Oh, it's in 3 parts.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But each is independent. Of RM, Michael Stipes, foxes, but it's more like a mix, an hybrid between foxes and wolves. If you look at, take a look closer on animals.
The lead singer of REM.
Yeah, Michael Stipes. So they were all made in the same model, in bronze, so they are all identical, except that one, you get a tiny difference in the back, as you can see, and also the 6 other take a look to him, because he is like the chief of the tribe, so it's like admiration. It's a metaphor about human society, because as human, we prefer take a look at the better one than trying to being the better one. It is the idea. Christian objects, and it is why he decided to go across. So you have like the color of the blood, of the wine. We are near a chapel, so the cross is like working with. He loved to play with pearl, to work with pearl. He is approx the only stuff he did in all the shape possible. He did, for example, fountains in pearls. He did necklace in pearls, puff in pearls. He did all the kind of pearls possible. And if you are interested into Jean-Michel Otoniel, he did subway station in Paris. And in the border, you got 3 glaciers. On that wall, on the bottom, you got 3 holes. And on the top, you got a tiny transparent cross. Why is she tiny and transparent? It is because Tadao Ando don't believe in religion, but believe you need to respect the religion. So we are in the chapel, so we put a cross. For example, is it a lot of church in Japan? For example, the Church of the Light, and he put a fence with the shape of the cross and the light passing through. Also, when we want to close the door, we cannot completely close the door, so the light passing through, and because of the 3 holes, the hotel is fully light, and you got space between the roof and the wall. So the light is coming into the chapel by 3 points. Because of what? Because of Trinity, but also because in the Japan meaning number, 3 means hope, luck, harmony. And Tadao Ando wanted to swear hope, luck, harmony to all the people coming into the chapel. So it is an artwork was made by Kengo Kuma, a Japanese architect. It is Komorebi. Komorebi didn't get translation in other languages, but if you need to translate that word, it means the light of the sun passing through the leaf of a tree. Very precise. And today we got the perfect example of what the artwork needs to do, because it's like a fake leaf and it's fake shadow, and you got a square, half shade and half light. It is the idea. Kengo Kuma wanted to do like dominoes effect, like the light of the sun passing through the leaf of a tree, passing through the artwork, coming into the floor. It was the idea. He decided to use ipe wood coming from Brazil, because in his mind the color of ipe wood is matching with the floor and with the tiny wall on the back and with the trees. So again, the idea of nature and artwork. The interesting thing with the Kengo Kuma artwork is in each point of view of the artwork you getting a different idea of what is the artwork. For example, on this point of view is more like a wave, on the opposite is more like a shelter, and on the left is more like a wall, a mountain. It's stronger, you know.
So Richard Rogers, full cantilever. You can hear me panting. So steep.
30 meters of height, and it's 90 tons. And even so, a lot of people say that one is not matching, you know, the nature. It's because orange was one of his favorite colors, so it is why. So, as you see, it's a full cantilever. It is the last building Richard Rogers did before he died. And also, the floor. The floor is in resin, even if she look like concrete, because it's the lightest type of floor we can have, and it is why the gallery work as a cantilever. So it is the second artwork was made by Sean Scully. As a reminder, he's a painter at the beginning. As an example, the grey part is like the background of the painting, and the red and yellow parts are the painting. Because he knew that artwork could be on the domain so in Provence, he decided to do an homage, references to a famous Provençal painter, Paul Cézanne, who used those three types of color a lot in his painting. So it is Lux from Air was made by Sean Scully, an Irish painter. As you can tell, it isn't paint, because Sean Scully do love so much France, Provence, so the domain and the vineyard in general. So it was like, what a shame if I need to paint the vineyard and the domain in general. So he decided to do only the frame of the painting. So you have main paint, and the paint is what you can see across the frame. It is the idea. Also, the other idea you got is you can put inside of the artwork, so you can be a part of the painting. It is the idea. If you go on the left, be careful of the head. After the vineyard, you can see another artwork in grey and red. I don't know if you see it. It's another artwork was made by Sean Scully. And because it is an artwork as paint, it is like a paint in frame. It is the whole idea. For the fun fact, that one wasn't supposed to stay. It was made for a temporary exhibition in 2015. But the owner liked it so much because it was like a full dialogue in between emptiness and fullness across the vineyard. So he asked if he can keep it. And it is curtain still. At the beginning, Tadao Ando wasn't at all an architect. He was a professional boxer in Japan. He decided to become an architect because of two reasons. Because of the influence of the typical Japanese houses, and also because of Le Corbusier, a French architect. Maybe if you come from the corridor, you can see a rectangle. Le Corbusier used a lot that type of rectangle in the building. Coming back on the wall, it's really smooth when you touch it. You can touch it if you want, because it's not only concrete, it's also a mix in between concrete and resin, and a lot of resin. So it is why it's really smooth. And that type of rectangle gets the same shape than traditional Japanese tatamis. So it's an homage about his roots, like Japanese one, and also his past as a boxer, a sportive. It's the whole idea about that type of wall. Also, he loved to play with the light. It is why you got the oculus. The oculus is like the circle you got on the roof. It is why he loved to play also with the glaces and with the water. It's giving the reflection kind of idea. So you get like a second building on the water with the reflection. And in the case of the art center, it's giving also a second and a third artwork on the water and on the glacier. So he loved to play with the reflection.
So I've just had an incredible time here at Chateau La Coste, and I'm just about to tuck into their brilliant rosé. And thank you for watching this. I can't wait to see you in the next video.